This is my cabin at elevation. It's quiet up here, and I've learned pretty quickly that nothing comes easy. There's no grid power and no running water. It's built on the side of a mountain, and the weather gives us a short window to get things done. Inside it works. Most of this was meant to be temporary. It's livable. It is unfinished, but we're able to store stuff up here, and it does make it a little bit more manageable. To get to this point, there was a learning curve. If you're thinking about building off grid, especially at elevation, I'd like to show you what worked, what didn't, and what I've learned along the way. Now let's go back to where this whole process started. In the beginning, there wasn't even a cabin. There wasn't a road. I had an excavator coming up in a couple days, and I had to figure out what I was going to do or even how I was going to start. I start grading in a couple days. Got to chop some of those trees up. I'm going to head, I think, that way and curl around and come up there beyond those trees. This tree right here. This is camp. There's my homemade satellite dish I need to work on. Water, I need a pump. It like barely trickles out. I thought the head pressure would do it, but I have to like fill it up below the bumper. But it works, at least I get water. Yoshi. This was my home for a little bit. We set up camp down at the very, very bottom. Me and my dog, she came with me every time I came out there, keep me company, watch my back, and give me somebody to talk to. You can get weird out there, being out there by yourself for long periods of time. Before I did anything else, I had to make sure I could get a hold of my loved ones, way to communicate. So I put this simple trick together on my truck to make sure that I could get some calls out and some help if I needed it. At this point, I was getting nervous. I was hoping that everything works out. I had the excavator for 5 days, and it was showing up today. So I was just praying that everything was going to work out. Once I got into the machine, everything started to flow. I just started moving some dirt and started to cut my way up the mountain. Okay, I'm up on the first turn. As you see, I gotta bring a lot of dirt in here to make this level to go in. And then I'm gonna cut around and go up there too. There's two of them. One in the center of the screen and one right there, center of the screen. Both staring at me. So, guys, I'm not a professional operator by any means. I've never even used an excavator before this project. I've only used forklifts and maybe a bobcat now and then. So there was a learning curve. At the very beginning, I started at the bottom, just trying to, figure out what was what and what lever did what. Once I got a feel for it, I started going up the slope. Now my slope is, say, 30 to 33% slope, pretty steep. Now driving the machine up, there are some scary points. There was times that, you were cutting that dirt and throw it off to the side, and you had some moments where, you were clinching a little bit. Didn't know if you were going to roll over or not. But after a while, you kind of learn what the machine is capable of doing, and start to get pretty comfortable.
I might try to do a little coffee thing
Now,
up
saying
there
that,
where that tarp
driving
is.
up
See
is a
how
lot
coffee
easier than
should
driving
sit.
down.
If I
Driving
get
down
there.
can be scary.
Upper pad, lower pad, and then that's the road down there.
At this point, I was really excited I got this much done, and I was really coming along. I felt like things were moving. That night, had a pretty good storm coming in. Things got cold. Wind picked up in the tent. We had a little bit of ice rain, but I love that kind of weather. Makes me
Meltdown
sleep
pretty
good.
tight.
The sun stays out till like, I don't know, 9 p.m., it seems, during the summer, but you never really know what you're going to get for weather. But while I was sitting
Oh
in
yeah.
this tent, I started wondering if I got this slope right. Should I take it more to the right, bring it around a bit further, start second guessing where you're at and exactly where the property line is? Still pretty windy out there. Thought it'd start to die down. The sun going down. Hope it lets up a little bit so it doesn't make a long night. The wind didn't die down, and it was quite a long night. The tent kept flipping up. My tent, where I nailed it down, came loose. So I was like trying to throw stuff on the corners to help hold the tent down. And then my door ripped. So my main door ripped open. I had to put a tarp in it. And then from there on out, I had to use the tiny door on the other side, which you end up crawling in and out of. Some of my stuff got wet, so I had to do some laundry. And I was able to move up to the middle pad, which is a better view and, gives me that Folgers in your cup kind of feeling.
This is the view from up here. And every morning before I start, machine's warming up.
What's Yoshi doing there?
My stuff is every morning. Oh, there he is. And the other one's probably there too. Hey, buddy. He sits there all day. Oh, he went and got something. He's running in the back. Oh, the squirrel is on his nest. And there's the other one. Oh, can you see him? He's in the center of the screen. Right there on the branch. You can barely see him. That's the little one. That looks like a baby. He just went inside. Oh, see him? He's popping his head out. It's a little baby.
And after making a lot of progress and really moving up, then this happened to me. And I spent hours trying to get this thing back on, trying to pry it, pull it. I was using crowbars, my shovel. I couldn't get this thing back on. It was driving me nuts. And finally, for some reason, I remembered couple years ago that I watched the show, an Alaska show, and it showed how to put this tread back on. And you have to take the grease out from right here. And once you do that, the tread goes right back on. Then you fill it back up. I was so relieved. I was going to be able to get this machine back down. I didn't want to have to get somebody up there to help me get this thing down. So it was good. But I knew this was just the start of my problems. Working up at altitude, you're going to have a lot of issues. And working on a mountainside, you're going to have a lot more issues. From here on, I'll show you how this actually came together. the good, the bad, and where we go from here. You want to come inside now? Wait, you got to brush off outside. Shake off. Come here. Shake off.